Here's the thought. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Leonard Cohen, Anthem. I don't believe in Blue Monday. Any day can be turquoise or indigo, and a lot of it depends on you. But some travel company came up with it as the day the bills come in, the holiday cheer is but a distant memory, and so on. Whatever. Now, because I find this stuff fascinating, I thought it'd be positive to shine a light on something about which you may not have heard. Canada came up first overall, up 2 spots from 2020, on a large independent ranking of global performance recently. Yeah, as you probably figured out, that's among all countries in the world. Now, if you just said, oh, really, because, and you can fill in the blank, you may not be in the mood to hear how well Canada ranked, but stay with me. It's worth hearing. Our primary focus for negativity, at least anecdotally here, is our healthcare system, right? Which, as you well know, is stretched to the max. The system we're renowned for among other nations has failed us again and again of late. Not the people in it, the people who run it. Cutbacks and more cutbacks, putting politics or party lines ahead of people, patients. Nurses, doctors, hospital staff are pushed to exhaustion, and then to have the added insult of being harassed by idiots. Patients with life-threatening illnesses are not getting care because resources are taken up by those suffering from COVID. Some who did everything they could to protect themselves, many of whom waved off a chance for protection from it because they knew better. Of course, while there are huge negatives, there are also the positives, that if we're suddenly hit by a major health crisis, we won't lose the roof over our heads. It's the reason that Canada is recognized as 4th in the world in healthcare. When it comes to #1 spot for quality of life, which we've held for 6 years in a row now, let's break it down. Canada ranks 1st in having a good job market, 2nd in being politically stable. I guess the last election, with nearly no change at all, kind of proved that. And 3rd in having a well-developed public education system. Now, a lot of people may disagree with that, especially with this being a back-to-school day in some parts of the country, weather permitting. But the ranking is backed up by independent research and likely does have a major asterisk next to it for COVID times. While we also ranked at the very top in social purpose, a new metric in this annual survey. What is it? Well, according to usnews.com, and you can find the entire article linked in my written journal at erindavis.com, it means that we as Canadians can come together to support causes we feel strongly about. Canada also ranks highly for being open for business, which may not be what you see on storefront window signs these days, but refers to being welcoming to capitalists and corporations. Yeah, come on in, but pay people a living wage, okay? We rank 3rd behind the US and Australia for a new subcategory called agility. That describes Canadians as being adaptable, dynamic, modern, progressive, and responsive. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this whole ranking and survey of some 17,000 respondents. Curiously, though, in the category adventure, we come 12th after Brazil, Italy, Spain, Greece, Thailand, Mexico, and so on, in terms of where people want to visit and to feed their wanderlust. My wanderlust is running rampant right now. All I do is think of going anywhere. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like our lives here aren't full and happy. I just miss warm breezes, palm trees, swimming pools, sweltering humidity. You know, like almost any Canadian misses in January, Blue Monday BS or not. But let me be clear. While perhaps I may want to get out of Canada, our reasons for longing to are far different than most of the residents of countries low on the list that I refer to today. And for that, we can be, should be, very grateful. I hope your week is gentle and that you stay safe and warm, and I'll be back with you here on Thursday.